Backyard poultry are a great way to be able to have your own eggs or even meat. I know somebody up in Maine that knows a lot about backyard poultry. Let's see what Lisa has to say.
I'm Lisa Steele, author, blogger, and fifth-generation chicken keeper. I live in rural Maine with my husband, flock of chickens, ducks, and geese, Winston the corgi, and Linus the indoor-outdoor barn cat. We moved to Maine for the peace and serenity. We wanted a simpler life and to step back in time where there are still corner stores and your neighbors still know your name. The white pekin is the breed of duck that you probably think of when you think backyard breed. They're the first breed we started raising when we started our flock over a decade ago. This is Gregory. He's our flock patriarch. Gregory waddles around the farm, keeping an eye on everyone, and has proven time and time again that chivalry is not dead. Gregory always stands back to let the girls have the first crack at treats, although he does love earthworms, spaghetti, and tomatoes, so game on when I share those. Gregory makes sure all the ducks get back to the coop safely at night and waits until last to take a bath when I fill their kiddie pool. Poor guy, always having to take a bath in dirty water. But despite that, he's always nice and clean. Gregory turned 11 last February, and it's hard to think of our little flock without him.
So excited to have you on today and learn more about backyard poultry, the ducks and eggs, and didn't think there was a better expert out there than you. So thank you for coming on.
Oh, thanks for having me. And Gregory.
And Gregory, yes. Hey, Gregory, and snow. And so, Lisa, you're up there in Maine and just got snow. Us down here in Arkansas are a little jealous.
Oh, it's so beautiful. And I mean, the ducks, they absolutely love snow. It's funny. They, unlike chickens, they look forward to winter.
They look forward to winter. Love it. They're pretty hardy animals, aren't they?
They are. So ducks are actually a really good choice, whether you live in the south or the north. They don't have combs, obviously, so there's no frostbite issues. And also they have an extra layer of fat that chickens don't have. And they just take their feet and they tuck them up into their bellies and they'll sit in the snow for hours. I mean, they just seem completely unaffected by the cold. And of course, if you live in the south, they'll just jump in the pool when they're hot. So they do fine in the summer too, and in hot climates.
Is that a poultry breed that you would recommend to people starting out, maybe?
The pekin is actually a meat duck. Shh, don't tell Gregory. They're one of the larger breeds, so they tend to be a little bit more calm, not as skittish. He's going to be 12, so they live a long time. They're usually not dirty, but there was a little bit of mud last night. So, but yeah, they're a great breed because they are calm. And if you have kids or you want a duck that you actually, can catch and handle, the pekin is a really great breed. They're good layers. Not Gregory, but the girls lay big white eggs, which is really nice. And they're still laying. Our chickens have stopped for the winter, but our ducks are still laying.
What is the comparison for like the egg laying time of a duck versus a hen's life chicken?
So a chicken lays well for maybe 2 or 3 years, and then will start to drop production. A duck can lay well for 5 or 6 years. So they have a much longer laying period, and then each season. Our ducks lay through the winter without any added light. They'll stop a little bit while they're molting, but ducks pretty much do lay year round more than chickens do.
That's a big deal.
Yeah, it really is.
With us, we've found that we actually prefer eating the duck eggs over the chicken, especially when we bake.
Yeah, we do too. We've actually had ducks and chickens for, both the same amount of time. But early on, we realized that if we were going to just be eating eggs, or like if we were going to be Baking, definitely, we use the duck eggs, and for scrambled or omelets or really anything, we prefer the taste of the duck eggs. And I started using the chicken eggs really just if I was like breading a cutlet, or if I was doing eggplant parmesan or something,
Yeah.
if I was going to do an egg wash on top of a pie or something. But yeah, we do prefer the duck eggs.
Tell us a little bit about what y'all do up in Maine, and what your specialty is, as far as what's coming up.
Yeah, so I raise chickens, ducks, and we just added geese to our farm. We just have a little farm up here in Maine, and we raise them, just for the eggs. And I write books about it, and just try to encourage people to raise backyard poultry, to raise them naturally. Not pump them full of all kinds of chemicals and medications, and keep them healthy. Tons of exercise, tons of fresh air, and just kind of enjoy it and have fun with it. They're not difficult, once you get the basics down, and keep them safe from predators. You can see we have like a completely covered run for them. The fencing is sunk in the ground and there's wire on top, so we keep them safe from predators.
Well, is there anything that you would just like to make sure people get out of our little visit?
Really just think about raising ducks. They lay beautiful green, oops, we even have one that lays gray eggs. So green, white, or gray eggs. And I'll show you all my other ducks back there. They're just a really fun thing to add to your backyard. They're always in a good mood. We really enjoy raising ducks.
Thank you so much for joining us today. And everybody can find you at Fresh Egg Daily, social media, all platforms pretty much, right?
Correct. Yep. Fresh Egg Daily or fresheggsdaily.com.
Love it. Well, thank you again. And it's nice meeting you, Gregory.
He says bye. Thanks for having me.
Lisa, thank you so much for taking the time to give us some tips that, she is Fresh Eggs Daily. So if you decide to get some backyard birds yourself, you might find yourself like this, a lot of eggs. Probably not a bad thing though. Appreciate you watching. Let us know if you've got any questions, and have a good day.